What did we do on the last episode of Santi and Adam's Adventures? Where did we go?
Tell me.
What did we see?
What did we see?
Well, we went on a train.
Aha! We're on the train.
From Brussels to Paris, and interesting things along the way.
Like?
Stopping in Mons,
Aha!
only Emery.
What
Then
else?
we stopped at Cray, and then we went along. Final destination to Paris North. And now?
What's the next?
You'll see in a second on episode 2.
Let's go!
Well, I tell you what, I've never been to this station before. In all my time coming to Paris, living here, not once have I used this train station. So, do I have any questions? It looks a bit utilitarian, doesn't it? It doesn't look the most... It looks like it's had a healthy dose of 1960s architectural ugliness, right? Well, yeah, I've had the misfortune of taking the bus before from the bus station here, which is frankly one of the most disgraceful bus stations in all of Europe. Now, what do we have here? I hope we travel on that later. Well, we're already up there. Ours is the 11:43. I don't know what's going on up there, something quite rowdy. Our platform's not showing quite yet though. So I don't know. No, I think there's something going on up there. Not quite sure. We have 27 minutes yet. What do you think of this station? I don't think much of it, to be honest.
No, nothing.
It's not that impressive. Not every train station can be impressive though, right? In fact, not many are. And I was right. This is our train. We'll travel on that later. Well, actually, maybe this is going to connect onto the other one. Or maybe not. These are great old Corail trains, huh? They were the backbone of the TER French network for so many years, decades. Now replaced by these kind of trains on the left. But these ones are still going. They're about 50 years old now. I think some were built as late as the late 60s. Most of these are from the mid 70s, including our train here. Right. Much of the same, except slightly. We're using a Corail train now instead of a SNCB train. So even older. Here, here. We're here. So if we do a seat review, it's actually really comfy. Very different to the last train. If we literally turn it around, you can see they're actually connected together in one big one. Very comfy fabric. Yeah, really, really good. I love these old school trains. Look at the lights overhead. You don't find those on many trains nowadays, do you? And if you can see here, if I turn it round, we've got the old school air conditioning knobs and buttons.
C'est bon?
I'm sorry guys, I'm not a professional cameraman by any stretch. So let's see if this train takes us on time to Saumur.
Being comfortable.
Fingers crossed we can make the other train.
Donc c'est là-bas, c'est là-bas, ouais, c'est au bout.
Les abonnements de TER, les billets réduits ne sont pas acceptés à bord.
as we're trundling out of Bercy Auvergne station on this cold and gloomy Saturday morning, let me tell you a little bit of an irregularity regarding our transport today. We're not actually supposed to be here.
Not even supposed to be here today.
If you know your trains in France and in Paris in particular, you know that the journey down to the Loire Valley to Saumur, Tours and Orléans, etc. should be leaving from the magnificent Gare d'Austerlitz, insert picture here, just down the river, the grand old dame of the left bank and all that. So why are we here at the concrete bunker of Bercy instead? Well, Austerlitz is actually going through a massive surgery in its history, biggest in its history. We're talking about a huge renovation project, which is the new Austerlitz. This is not actually due to finish until 2027. My son and I travelled through Austerlitz last year on our way down to Spain, and I wish we actually shot that video as a YouTube video, but in fact it was very much in full swing then, the renovation, and specifically today, this weekend of November the 29th, the station is effectively paralysed. They are doing critical engineering works, renewing the switching gear and catenaries, if that's how you pronounce it, just south of the station. So basically, the tracks at Austerlitz are closed for business. So to all us people going down to the Loire Valley this weekend, it's from its little brother Bercy. But you know me, I do love a bit of railway history, and Austerlitz gives us that chance to talk about why this station matters. So Paris-Austerlitz was built by the PO, the Compagnie du Chemin de Fer de Paris à Orléans. This took place back in the 19th century, just a few years before the Paris-Brussels line opened, so around that kind of time period. And Paris-Austerlitz was the headquarters of one of the richest, most powerful private companies in France. They built Austerlitz to be a palace for trains, delivering Parisians directly to the luxury of the Loire Valley and Bordeaux. And the Paris to Saumur line that we're on today was basically, it wasn't just a route, a way to get from A to B. It was a battlefield, and in the late 1800s, in fact, there were two ways to get to Saumur. You had the rich way, which was the PO line from Austerlitz, which followed the Loire River. It's the one that we're on today. It was flat, fast, and expensive for those times. And there was the more scrappier way, which was the state line from Gare Montparnasse. And this is the interesting fact that most people know. The French state actually built a competing railway line specifically to break the monopoly of the private companies. So they built a line that went from Montparnasse down to Saumur, eventually going on to Bordeaux. And it was the only time in French history where two parallel main lines competed for the same passengers. The private PO line, the one that we're shadowing today, was faster, but the state line was cheaper and was more destined for the working classes. The state did eventually turn the line from Montparnasse into a high-speed line. We don't talk about high-speed lines so much on our channel, and so we're going to skip that particular section. But there we go. That's the way it ended up. So I'm going to miss the glass roof of Austerlitz today. It's a pity that we didn't go through that particular station. I'm happy that we're moving. We're on the way, and we're taking the historic Royal Road down the Loire. Next stop, Saumur, I hope. Another station, but we will find out later if that does come to fruition. Well, there are more stops in between Saumur, but enough waffling or croissanting for now. Let's get back to the video. Bon appetit. Now that is very cool, right? You don't see this on many other trains, where you can just go right to the back and yeah, literally just go to the back and get great views, huh? Look at this. Spectacular. This is another reason why I love these trains so much, huh? Because you can do this. These trains they won't be with us forever. And so we must take advantage as much as we can. I could literally stand here for the next 3 hours, but I don't think I will. So we're over an hour into the journey. How are you liking it so far?
Well, I enjoy it. The train is very comfortable, and yeah, and it's on time. It's punctual as well, so I love that.
Well, we think it's punctual. We're not 100% sure, but yeah, I don't think there's anything to suggest that it's not on time.
So
It's an old rickety train. Just walking down the corridor earlier, I was kind of stumbling around, but you know, all part of the glamour and the romance.
yeah. Except it is a bit grey, but
The toilet's a bit grim,
yeah.
but again,
No.
what do you expect?
What happened with like 100? How many years old train?
This is about 50 years old, I think, huh?
Wow. We could, understand. Try to understand.
Saumur.
Ah. So, do you remember earlier on in the day, very early this morning, we said that there was a possibility that we'd get a third train. Obviously we're on the second train right now, and that we'd go on an even slower, more regional branch line. Well, we've taken the plunge and booked a ticket just now. We have 2 minutes to make that connection. I spoke to the conductor just now. He said the train that we're on now is on time, is running on time. But he says he doesn't really consider that a connection because it's such a small connection. He says, as long as you don't dilly-dally, as long as you run, then you'll be fine. Just bearing in mind that we arrive at platform D on one end of the station and our connecting train is platform A right at the other end of the station. So camera issues, camera's falling down, but yeah, that's essentially what we've decided to do. Get our running shoes on. Hopefully we don't trip up and face plant on the ground. Well, literally 5 minutes after booking that trip, the train, of course it stopped, didn't it? And was delayed for a minute or so. So hopefully that hasn't eaten into our already incredibly meagre transfer time. I might seek another update from the conductor in a little while, probably after the next station. So unfortunately it seems like it's game over, because that stoppage we had on the train has added 5 minutes to our journey that it doesn't look like we're going to get back. So that sucks really badly, but it's just one of those things. So we will end the journey in Saumur today. We just passed the last station before ours, Saint-Pierre-des-Corps, and we've got another 30 to 35 minutes on the train, and I guess the trip ends there. So that will have to be for another video, unfortunately. It's just typical that you book something and then 2 minutes after that, and it wasn't even for anything big, it was just to regularize traffic in the area, which, yeah, just, it sucks, but there you go, that's life. That is life. And yeah. So here we are at Saumur, and ironically, or typically, the train made up the time. So we arrived at Saumur. I basically went a bit too trigger happy with booking. Basically we made alternative arrangements for my parents to pick us up from here because we thought that the train was going to be late, and then turned out that it was on time. So yeah, you can't always trust something. Moral of the story, just don't book until the very last moment. In my case, that was my mistake, but never mind. That will be for another video some other time. Anything to add?
Yeah, and hope you enjoy our journey.
And thank you very much for tuning in. And if you do ever want to come down to this part of the world, I do recommend it. Saumur is a beautiful place. Castle town, vineyards are plenty. You'll have lots of fun here, and definitely take the Ouigo because it's good value and it's a blast from the past, and we enjoyed it very much. This is Saumur. And this is the longest river in France. Longest river in Western Europe, huh? The Loire, the River Loire. And it's L-O-I-R. L-O-I-R-E. There is also a river called the River Loire that's spelt but without the E as well. Look at, I think it's not too far from here. It's in this area, I think, huh? There's a Loire and there's the Loire. This is the Loire. And it's been quite a lot of rain. You can see her. It's up to the banks of the river, essentially. For many years, this was just sand dunes, right? We've had in recent years a lot of rain. See? Lady is obscuring the view, but there's a plaque over there that says La Loire, La Loire. Oh well. Yeah, if you carry on going there, the city centre. Saumur is a kind of medium-sized. It's like it's a fairly large town. I wouldn't say it's anything huge, huh? It's known for its wine, basically. It's very famous for its castle and its wine, as far as I'm aware. And there's some probably other historical significances. But there we go. I forgot to mention, don't forget to
Subscribe and like and subscribe our channel.
Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. It's ciao for now. Ciao for now. Bit of bonus footage for you. Vending machine pizza. I don't know if the Italians would be horrified to have pizza out of a vending machine, but I see this quite a lot in France, where basically you just pay there and in 3 minutes, nos pizza artisanale chaude en 3 minutes. So ready and hot in 3 minutes, and literally it's like a vending machine. They just come out like that. I've seen quite a few of these in France now, typically around train stations, and this is the first time I've actually seen one in the flesh. So How much does a pizza cost? I don't know. You have to press on the screen to start. Huh? Touchez ici pour commencer. So touch the screen. Try a bit harder. Non merci, because we're not actually buying her. So these are the
13, 14.
euros, huh?
Sure for.
I'm not sure whether the camera's picking up that well, but
Comment? Comment c'est? Like €1.
oh, so you have a cold and hot option.
Yeah.
Oh,
The hot option.
That's
like
rough.
normally 30% more expensive.
why would you have a cold pizza?
Well, if you do not eat immediately, so you don't want the
Oh, so basically it's completely the whole artisanal is a bit of a stretch then, huh? Because it's just basically, well, I know obviously it's vending machine, so it's not going to be some guy behind this machine making it, but you've got fromagère, barbecue, Regina, panini al polo. Oh, it's gone back to the home screen. I mean, if you were here late at night and you're in a bit of a fix, all the bars have closed, you can't be bothered to walk across the river into town, this could be a good shout. But I watched Jetlag the Game, and for those who know Jetlag the Game, it's a 4 young lads who basically play challenges across parts of the world, whether it's a tag or hide and seek or whatever, you know. And on one of their episodes, one of the guys, I think it was Sam, he ordered a pizza from the vending machine pizza, again outside a train station, so seems to be a fairly common practice from the looks of things. Anyway, just thought we'd highlight that. If anyone's watching, do they do the pizza vending machine in your country? Comment to let us know. Would be intrigued. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.